Hey there, science fans! Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the cell cycle and mitosis. It's all about how cells grow and divide, which is like their own circle of life. This isn't just some abstract biology concept, though. For all you NEET UG aspirants out there, understanding cell division is crucial for acing your exams. Think about it. Growth, repair, reproduction, almost everything in biology boils down to cells dividing properly. So buckle up, because mastering this topic will give you a big advantage on the big day. Let's get started. Before a cell can divide, it needs to grow and duplicate its insides. That's where interphase comes in, the longest part of the cell cycle. Interphase is like the preparation stage before a big race. It has three main phases, G1, S, and G2. In G1, the cell is growing like crazy, making more proteins and organelles. Think of it as bulking up for the big event. Next up is the S phase, where DNA replication steals the show. The S stands for synthesis, and that's exactly what happens to the DNA. It gets copied. Imagine each strand of DNA as a zipper. During the S phase, the zipper unzips and each side gets a new matching side. Now we have two identical copies of the DNA. Finally, in G2, the cell double-checks everything. It's like a final quality control step before the grand finale of mitosis. Get ready for the main event, mitosis. It's time for the cell to divide its nucleus and DNA, ensuring each new cell gets a complete set of instructions. Prophase kicks things off with a flurry of activity. First, the long, stringy DNA molecules condense into compact structures called chromosomes. And imagine trying to move a giant bowl of spaghetti. It would be much easier if the spaghetti was bundled up neatly. As the chromosomes condense, they become visible under a microscope. You'll notice that each chromosome has two identical copies called sister chromatids, attached at a point called the centromere. Meanwhile, the nuclear membrane, which normally surrounds the DNA, starts to break down. It's like removing the curtain before a big reveal. And finally, the mitotic spindle, made of microtubules, starts to form. These microtubules act like tiny ropes that will eventually pull the chromosomes apart. With the stage set, it's time for metaphase, the shortest but most dramatic part of mitosis. During metaphase, the chromosomes perform a remarkable act of synchronization. They line up neatly along the cell's equator, also known as the metaphase plate. Imagine a perfectly choreographed dance where each chromosome knows exactly where to stand. The mitotic spindle fibers, which we met in Prophase, play a crucial role here. They attach to the centromeres of the chromosomes, ensuring that each sister chromatid is connected to opposite poles of the cell. This alignment is crucial for ensuring that each new cell receives a complete set of chromosomes. It's like making sure each team in a tug-of-war has an equal number of players, eh? Section 5, Anaphase, pulling chromosomes apart. Hold on tight, because things are about to get even more exciting. Anaphase is when the real action begins. The sister chromatids are ready to part ways. Remember those spindle fibers attached to the chromosomes? In anaphase, they shorten, pulling the sister chromatids apart towards opposite poles of the cell. Imagine a perfectly synchronized tug of war where both teams pull with equal force, causing the rope to split in half. As the sister chromatids separate, they are now considered individual chromosomes. They move rapidly towards the poles, ensuring that each new cell will receive a complete set of genetic information. Section 6, Telophase 2, new nuclei, take shape. After the dramatic separation of chromosomes in anaphase, telophase brings a sense of calm and order as the cell begins to divide into two distinct daughter cells. The separated chromosomes, having reached their respective poles, start to uncoil and become less condensed. They are no longer needed in their tightly packed form as the cell is preparing to divide. Meanwhile, the nuclear envelope, which had broken down in Prophase, reforms around each set of chromosomes. It's like putting the curtain back up after the big show. Two new nuclei are now formed, each containing a complete set of chromosomes. As the nuclei settle into their new homes, the mitotic spindle, which played such a crucial role in chromosome separation, disassembles. Its job is done, and the cell is almost ready for its final split. Section 7, Cytokinesis. Dividing the cytoplasm. We've successfully divided the nucleus, but what about the rest of the cell? That's where cytokinesis comes in, the final act of cell division. Cytokinesis is like drawing a line in the sand, dividing the cytoplasm and organelles equally between the two new daughter cells. In animal cells, a cleavage furrow forms, pinching the cell membrane inward until it eventually splits into two. Imagine squeezing a balloon in the middle. That's similar to how the cleavage furrow works. Plant cells, with their rigid cell walls, can't divide in the same way. Instead, they form a cell plate in the middle, which gradually expands outwards until it fuses with the existing cell wall, creating two separate cells. And there you have it, two identical daughter cells, each with its own nucleus, DNA, and a full set of organelles, ready to start the cell cycle all over again. Section 8. Mitosis in action, examples and applications. Mitosis isn't just an abstract concept, it's happening all around us, all the time. From the rapid growth of plants to the healing of a cut on your finger, mitosis is the driving force behind countless biological processes. Think about a plant growing taller. At the tips of its roots and shoots are specialized regions called meristems, where cells are constantly dividing through mitosis, adding new cells and allowing the plant to grow. Or consider what happens when you cut your finger. The damaged cells release signals that trigger mitosis in neighboring cells, leading to the production of new cells that repair the wound and heal the skin. Even the development of a complex organism from a single fertilized egg relies heavily on mitosis. Through repeated rounds of cell division, the single cell divides into 2, then 4, then 8, and so on, eventually giving rise to trillions of cells that make up a fully formed organism. Understanding mitosis helps us appreciate the incredible complexity and elegance of life, from the smallest single-celled organisms to the largest animals on Earth. Section 9, NEET UG Connection, Mastering Cell Division for your exam. Now that we've explored the fascinating world of the cell cycle and mitosis, let's talk about why it's so important for your NEET UG exam. Questions related to cell division are a staple in the NEET UG Biology section, and for good reason. This topic is fundamental to understanding a wide range of biological processes, from growth and development to genetics and evolution. Expect questions that test your knowledge of the different stages of the cell cycle, the key events that occur during each stage of mitosis, and the differences between mitosis in plant and animal cells. You might be asked to identify different stages of mitosis from microscopic images, explain the significance of specific events like DNA replication or chromosome separation, or even predict the consequences of errors during cell division. The key to mastering this topic is to develop a clear understanding of the underlying concepts rather than simply memorizing facts. Focus on visualizing the processes, understanding the reasons behind each step, and relating the information to real-world examples. By mastering the cell cycle and mitosis, you'll be well equipped to tackle those NEET UG biology questions with confidence. Section 10. Conclusion. The never-ending dance of cell division. As we conclude our journey through the cell cycle and mitosis, let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible importance of this process in the grand scheme of life. From the moment we are conceived to our very last breath, our cells are constantly dividing, replacing old or damaged cells, ensuring the growth and maintenance of our bodies. It's a never-ending dance, a cycle of growth, division, and renewal that underpins the very essence of life. By understanding the intricacies of the cell cycle and mitosis, we gain a deeper appreciation for the remarkable complexity and elegance of life, from the smallest single-celled organisms to the largest and most complex creatures on Earth. So keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep marveling at the wonders of the microscopic world, because within each tiny cell lies the secret to life itself.